challenges. Will this inform the campaign promise that the NDC will give come to ahead of the 2020 election? Thank you.
There's a media man over there. Yeah. We're going to take them in batches of 5.
And they should be brief.
And please, let's keep the questions very brief, so that we can take as many questions. This is the 4th in this session.
Yeah, thank you very much. I am John Mensah, and I report for GBC Online. Honorable, you made the point that the government is likely to increase the VAT. May I know how much or the percentage that they're going to increase the VAT? And I didn't hear you quoting any source of your information. May I know if, where, or how you procure this information coming from the Ministry of Finance and the government? How do you know about it?
What the last question for this batch? Ross, yeah, let's take it.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Albert Laurent Sakamutu Tutak. I want to know from the minority in Parliament, the MPP as opposition always criticizes without giving solutions. So, what is minority solution to all the problems or all the challenges that they have identified with the economy with regards to expenditure and income generation? Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for this first batch of questions. We will now come back to the panelists to give us some answers.
Thank you very much. I think you have raised very important concerns, and I like the questions. First, let me start with the last one. What is the minority's solution? Obviously, when he talks about expenditure, that is why we pose the question that as a country, we have an expenditure problem or a revenue problem. Indeed, per our prognosis, we can conclude that we have expenditure problem. Because when we end up coming out with a political pressure and there's a political buy-in, and you decide to go into an expenditure expedition and promise heaven, whilst you have nothing, you'll get the problems that we are getting today. The NPP in their 2016 manifesto promised a bit too much. The expenditure promises were too many. And if you look at my article that I published, I concluded that before the elections, I concluded that if they are to go this way, the economy will crash. You see, unfortunately, this is where we are getting to. So the problem is not revenue. On the back of revenue, what we are saying is that a lot is happening over a short term. Oil revenue has increased about 82% as a result of the measures that we put in place. An example is the PRG, partial risk guarantee, that the NDC administration decided to implement. In fact, that introduction of the PRG brought in private revenue, private investment about $6 billion US, and the former minister for energy is here, Honorable Kofi Bua. He championed it, working with my former boss, Honorable Seti. We got private investment for us to develop an oil field called Sankofa, and also to do the 10. So this is what has actually helped the oil revenue to go up. Again, we have seen an increase in oil revenue accruing to the annual budget funding amount, ABFA. The oil revenue in 2015 and 2016 came down to the extent that the petroleum prices, world petroleum prices, came down to about $40. For some good reason, it has gone to about $70 per barrel. This is coming into the kitty. Don't forget that we also had the ESLA. In the year 2017 alone, the Energy Sector Levies Act brought in additional revenue approximately 3.5 billion cedis, which is about 2 times of what we had as oil revenue for the year 2016. So the problem here, it is not expenditure, it is not revenue. We think it's an expenditure problem. We as a minority, we will come out with our prognosis as time goes on. Then another question was to find out from us the temporal taxes from Ahmed. A typical one was the National Fiscal Stabilization Levy. It was a temporal tax. It was introduced by my good self when the former minister asked me to appear before Parliament to take it through the motions. We had a sunset clause that says that the tax in question was going to expire in the year 2017. The NPP had promised the people of this country that should they win power, they are going to remove the National Fiscal Stabilization Levy and the Special Import Levy, which also had a sunset clause. They only came to office and then they decided to extend it instead for 2 more years. So indeed, there was temporal taxes. The law that was passed had sunset that was going to expire, but the government, who promised heaven, all of a sudden decided to rather extend it to impose the hardship on the people of this country. And then the last point, you wanted to find out whether this is going to be our campaign, is going to inform our manifesto. Obviously, yes. We are learning from the MPP mistakes. We will not promise heaven and deliver hell. We won't do that. We will not overpromise. And by the time we launch our campaign, and by the time we launch our manifesto, you will see a clear alternative to governance. A clear alternative to governance, to the extent that every single project will be costed. And then Ghanaians will be given the opportunity to look at it going forward. I think I'll give it to Honorable Fifi to speak. Then we'll take it from there.
Thank you very much. I think the last question, what real difference are we looking at? NDC versus MPP. But first, let me acknowledge that governance is a difficult process. MPP had the opportunity for 8 years earlier. We have had the opportunity. So, as much as possible for people who have been in power, it's expected that we show a certain level of, should I call it, soberness when it is we are promising. Because we are not like people who have not been in power. So therefore, we can't just go and say things just because we want power. So that's why I've been a bit disappointed that with the prior 8 years experience of the NDP, somehow they still went to the gallery and there's request for power. And today, the chickens are coming home to roast. I'm hoping somehow for all of us as politicians and for the country, this is a real lesson that we are learning. And basically, the summation is simple. Talk is cheap. Anybody can say anything just for power. But once you take power, then you realize that it's not an easy job at all. Now, I think really the solution is this. It's true that NDC is not exactly, we are not angels either. We also need to basically do much better. But I think between the NDC and the MPP, the difference is that NDC has shown to be more patriotic than the NDP. Incidentally and ironically, NDP carries the name patriotism, and I think NDC has shown to be more patriotic. Let me give you a typical example. When we were in opposition in 2008, we made one promise, which I think was a ridiculous promise. We did not make this promise because we wanted to deceive Ghana. This promise actually was made because when we check the numbers, we genuinely believe that the numbers justify a promise to the effect that we can have a one-time premium. But upon assumption of power, it dawned on us that this promise cannot be fulfilled. Now, what do you do if you love your country? You don't go ahead and do it. But if you don't love your country, what do? You push to do it. And in pushing to do it, you actually jeopardize the very stability and the well-being of your people. And that's exactly what the NPP is seeking to do. You make promises that anyone with basic understanding of economics will know that it cannot be done. Because it's not possible for you to say you want to reduce taxes, at the same time increase expenditures, and expect somehow you can have what you call stable economy. It's not possible. You don't need rocket scientists to tell you that it doesn't simply go together. You reduce taxation, meaning you decrease revenue. Yet at the same time, you are increasing your expenditure without raising taxes or borrowing. It's not possible. No magician can do so. And exactly that's what the magician Laonia spoke about. And today it's obvious that the magic does not exist.
All right. What we'll do is, for this second batch, we're going to be inviting our friends from civil society. So we will start with the TUC. Can you set the mic to the TUC? Where are the reps from TUC? We'd like to hear your comments and your opinions. Where's the TUC?
Thank you very much. My name is Joshua Ansa, this evening on TUC. And first, let me commend you for organizing this forum. I think that's the way for all of us to go. For us, from the workers' front, we think that it is time for all of us as Ghanaians to ensure that we move this country forward. And when things are going wrong, it is right for people to also correct it. But I want to create the evidence of all our parliamentary groups and our members of parliament to, one, see the country as one objective, not the NDC, not the NPP, not the CPP, and so on and so forth. For us to work for, we think that we will support any good deeds that comes our way, and we also condemn or criticize anything that comes. So, which you feel that it will not be in the favor of workers of this country. So, we want to urge you to do more. And like the question my colleague asked, if you have any alternatives, we think that both parties should come together and bring good suggestions on board for both parties to look at. I don't know whether it is difficult for the NDC and the NPP to sit at the table to look at good policies and good things for this country. If it is possible, then I would urge both parties to be looking in that direction. That to be criticizing left and right, the NDC will come out condemning everything of NPP, the NPP will also be condemning everything of NDC. We want to see a partnership that will yield the positive things for people of this country. Thank you very much.
Can we also get a comment from the Association of Road Contractors?
Hello. Good morning. Yes, I want to use this occasion to thank the parliamentary committee that have been increasing our levy from 7 pesos to 42 pesos. It was very helpful for the sustainability of the industry. But unfortunately, it didn't happen because as we increase the levy, we open our mouth too wide, which has drawn us back to the area of arrears. The industry has come to a situation where we, those in the industry, are saying that we move this country forward by creating the roads. The politicians take the honor, the banks make the profit, and we end up in the grave. That's what is happening. Because the indebtedness that has resulted from arrears, which has been created for the last, should say, 12 years, has dragged most of our people to the grave. I nearly ended there, but God was very good. I had a stroke almost 2 years ago, and I'm just recovering. It is true that the industry is in a very grave situation. But what do we do to sustain it? Because this sustainability is questioned. The World Bank started somewhere in 1985, 86, to build a local base of contractors. But this local base grew up in somewhere 2006, and right now it's dwindling because we are losing very good contractors just through certain economic decisions taken by government. I just want to remind you of the first contractor who did asphalt in this country is a Ghanaian. The Sound Road. What happened to him? Pseudo contractors. Just because of devaluation, we shot his debt up so much, that guy died. There was another very good contractor who took over from this Lebanese guy. He had the same problem just because of political decisions. So in your decisions about the construction industry, at least you should consider us. You don't put us here because we use private financing to do the work, and then you neglect us for several years without payments. And I remember very well 3 years ago, we were getting attempts to see Mr. Honorable Atufosin about even CMB debt to local contractors. Up till now, those debts are still outstanding. Since 2014, the debts are still there, not paid to the individuals. So these are the problems of the industry. I wonder what suggestions are going to make so that we improve the industry and improve the recapitalization of this industry. Because, as I said, our capital has been completely. If the collapse of banks mostly is engineered mostly by our owing to those banks. So if you say the debt profile of banks, if you look at them closely, most of them are from control contractors. So we shall be very glad if you can put something about that. The road fund, although as I said, you increase the distance to 42%, which means it brings in almost 1.1 billion every year. But then the amount of work that has been put on this at the moment is not sustainable. We have an outstanding work to be done of 15 billion, when our revenue expectation is only 1.1 plus the other funds making 1.2 billion, which has been capped, as you said. So I just want what sort of suggestion you will make for us to get out of the woods. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And
let me answer that one. Thank you very much. On the road sector, we have suggested that we increase the road fund energy sector levy, which itself have become a source of enormous revenue for government, even to deal with the legacy and the BDC debt. So we are open if government, for instance, will increase the road fund levy significantly, maybe 42 to 50%. That will bring in new money. Government can delegate a portion of it to service areas, maybe 80% or 60%. Then 40% can do new projects. We've stated that even as part of the debate on the floor of Parliament. But what Ghanaians should appreciate and recognize is the introduction of the energy sector levy. Whether consultation or not, it came with new tax measures. And you can quote from page 23-24 of the 2018 budget statement of Ken Furiata, where he acknowledges, and these are his words, the significant contribution that has been in coming to deal with the areas in the energy sector and also the road sector. So if the Minister for Roads, together with the Minister for Finance, can come with a formula to Parliament that we adjust it upward, I'm sure that Persuades can do a lot for you in terms of retiring the areas. Thank you. And we'll be supportive of it as an opposition and a minority in government. Indeed, whether we borrowed or they have rescheduled the borrowing, they have a collateral guarantee security in the road fund levy. That is what I established there. Thank you.
thank you very much, Minority Leader. Let us, at this point, acknowledge Star 103.5 FM, who are carrying this program live for the benefit of the Ghanaian public. We're very grateful for that service. And Radio XYZ is also carrying it live on their network. We're very grateful to you for your service to Mother Ghana. At this point in time, we want to take a comment from Ambassador Francis Chega of CDD Ghana. Is Ambassador still with us here? He was here earlier on. Ambassador Chega, CDD Ghana. Okay, and then can we have a comment from Mr. Ken Ashibe of the Chamber of Telcos? He's also left us. Then we'll take the last one from Nukes. Nukes, yeah. Roxy, the president of Nukes is standing.
Thank you very much. My name is Awakuni Frank, the president of the National Union of Ghana Students. I want to first and foremost thank the leadership for putting this together. We are concerned as students and as youth of this country because irrespective of the political party in power, we would have to inherit the various debts that they are putting together for posterity. I would want to ask the Honorable Atufos, that you made a comment with regards to the capping system, which is actually affecting a sector we have so much interest in, the GET fund. I want to ask from you, has there been any alternative presented to government in terms of not having to siphon money from almost everywhere in ensuring that they meet their expenditure demands? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. At this point, we'll take the answers to these questions. They will come back for one last round of questions. But I want to plead with you, let's keep our questions very brief and let's stick to one question. So the answers.
Thank you very much. Let me again add to what the leader, the responses the leader gave the Contractors Association. A quick point. Between 2017 and 2018, the current administration has taken an amount of 726 million Ghana cedis from Road Fund as a result of the Capping and Realignment Act 2016. So an amount of 726 million has been taken from monies that were supposed to go to the Ghana Road Fund. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm sure if you were to have 726 million contractors, as you mentioned, those who have unfortunately lost their lives, I'm sure they would have been alive by now because of payment would have been made to their companies. And some banks that are collapsing will certainly not collapse. That is a fact. For me, the alternative is that if as a country we think roads are very essential to our economic development and our well-being, then I strongly believe that they should not cap the road fund. They should not cap the road fund. That is the first point. The second point is that if you were to assess the budget carefully for the year 2017 and 2018, road budget is coming down drastically. Government, indeed, in the nominal terms alone, for 2 years in a row, they have reduced the road budget approximately 1 billion Ghana cedis. Road arrests that the budget used to capture has been abolished. So investment going into the road sector is being curtailed. And that is why you are seeing the potholes. That is why you are seeing the bad roads, to the extent that parts of the roads are being cut off and goods are left in the bush to the extent that it's not coming to the market. That is the difficulty we face as a country. So my prognosis, our proposal to government is that they should take road fund out of the capping. The second point on GET fund, as Ghana Education, Ghana Union of Ghana Students, let me say that you shouldn't only be interested in GET fund. You should also be interested in the Student Loan Trust Fund. That has also been capped. Monies that is supposed to go to the Student Loan Trust Fund has been capped. Almost, I think it's 20 million Ghana cedis have been taken from the Student Loan Trust Fund because government is then trying to get money from everywhere to fund their own flagships. That is the difficulty we face. So your sector, it's not the GET fund that you've been hit, but Student Loan Trust Fund has been hit. And this is in the budget statement, you can check. GET fund, the situation is serious. In fact, GET fund has been rendered redundant under this administration. The amount of money that was supposed to go to GET fund is approximately 1.4 billion. Government of Ghana has decided to take almost 1 billion Ghana cedis from Ghana Education Trust. So the amount that is going to GET fund, accruals to GET fund now is about 400 million. You see, they initially took some money and decided to realign certain components of their budget to Ghana Education Trust Fund. So what is left for Ghana Education Trust Fund for the operations is about 400 million. That 400 million, they are supposed to use part to service debt as a result of their multi-year commitment. Because when you are to award a contract for, let's say, this year, you don't expect a contractor to finish building, let's say, a dormitory within 2 months. It will take probably a year or 2 years. So the proceeds are supposed to be used for the purposes of paying the certificate as and when they come in. Unfortunately, when they come in now, there's no money in. That is why, again, contractors are complaining. I'm sure the Association of Contractors, those in civil, other than roads, will tell you that their situation is even worse than road fund. Get fund contractors are in trouble because of things like this. So that is where it is. Again, what we'll say is that education is important. We strongly believe that Ghana Education Trust Fund has not outlived its usefulness, and so they should not collapse it. They should stop capping Ghana Education Trust Fund. Simple, and that is the answer.
Just a quick one. Bottom line, even though we've not so much touched on it, is the fact that this government is struggling mainly because of two messages. There are so many things that could have been done better. So much contribution that was coming from many parents, okay, who actually have not complained to government that they couldn't continue making those contributions. In fact, to date, many of those parents are still spending a lot of money at the basic level, much more money at the basic level. And those contributions could have continued. So the government then will have less difficulty. So that much more money is available for especially development expenditure. What we are having today is that development expenditure is actually going down, while we are spending money on consumption. And some of that consumption, parents themselves could have done so. So basically it's a question of government just hasn't been very honest with the people of Ghana.
A quick one. Let me say that if you are to look at the budget carefully, consumption budget is going up, capital expenditure is coming down. So it's not only free SHS as an item, but a number of consumption expenditure. If you are to lump them together on the overall consumption expenditure, it is outstripping investment. That is where the problem is. And that is why you will notice in the growth side that non-oil growth, the real sector growth, has declined from 5.1% in 2016 to about 4.6% in 2017, going down. That is as a result of the consumption expenditure that is actually increasing.
Okay, I think my colleagues have said quite a lot already. I think basically what we are having now is a government that is panicking. And it is panicking because we are in a fiscal quagmire. So much was made of taxes. We recall anytime they mention one supposed nuisance tax, they said Yamutu. Is that not it? Then they will mention one of them, they say Yamutu. And I recall we hear from Abuso Kain and a lot of tribulation. Today, all the taxes, you know, in Hausa, when they say something has come back, they say Yakomo, go back. But when it comes forcefully, we say Yakulo. So all the taxes, Yakulo, they have reappeared.